I'd like to spend a few minutes with you showing you why EdPuzzle is one of my new favorite tools in terms of its potential. I thought what I would do is explain to you a little bit about what EdPuzzle is very briefly, but then also show you behind the scenes how you can go ahead and make one. But what EdPuzzle is on their homepage tells you right here that you can go in and upload your own videos, or find a video anywhere on the web, crop it to the length that you need, add your voice, and also embed quizzes and comments and feedback along the way. Again, I'll go right into EdPuzzle so you can see how that works, and then we'll come back to this site so that you can see how you might be able to use it with students in your classroom, or for students to use it as well. So instead of signing up as a teacher, I've already got an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in and select that as a teacher. You have a choice to sign in with your Google account or with Edmodo, and since I have an Edmodo account, I wanted to see what it would look like when the two played well together. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my Edmodo account. And this is my home dashboard here. I'll go directly to my content so you can see what it looks like. I've got 3 videos here that I've been playing around with. These are videos that I've taken from Crash Course with the Green Brothers, or another one from a TED Talk here, and then I've marked up. So let's go ahead and do that same thing with a brand new fresh one. Come over to the right, and you can see that I can create, and again I can upload a video that I already have on my computer, or I can search for a video that's out there available on the web. When I click new video, EdPuzzle does this nice thing for me. It gives me all kinds of opportunities to go out to these resources here on the left to be able to find videos that way. It's a video called The Myth of Average by Todd Rose. It's out there on YouTube, and so I grabbed the YouTube link, but I can also use this as a search tool. And I'll go ahead and hit enter. Actually, why don't we go to YouTube first here? So we have to select that it's the YouTube video, and then it's going to go find that YouTube URL here. I'm interested in using it, so I'm going to grab that, and it pops it right into the editor for EdPuzzle here for us. So you'll notice here's the video, and it can start to play. And I've got these options up here along the way. First thing I can do is I can crop the video. It's a fairly long one. I believe it's about 18 minutes, and I'm going to stop at the 12 o'clock point because that's probably the best amount to get the message across for me. The other thing that I like about EdPuzzle here is this is pretty intuitive to see that I'm going to click to crop, but if I'm not sure about how to do that, they give you embedded little tutorials here, and I could go ahead and show how to make that happen. I'm going to hit the crop button. I'm going to start playing the video, and you'll see that I have the opportunity here. I'm going to stop that for the voice part, but you see I have the opportunity here to crop it. And the video is 18 minutes and 27 seconds, and I know I want, just for this purpose, to come on down to just the 12-minute mark. It's making the case that I want to focus on at that point. So now the video itself is going to start playing and finish at the 12 o'clock mark, but I could do the same thing and cut off the beginning of that. That's really a nice feature. Now that I've cropped this to the length that I need, I'm going to just show you some of the tools that are up here for being able to mark up this video. First, I can add an audio track overlay, basically getting rid of any of the voice or audio that's in the original movie and putting my own voice throughout the whole track. I could go ahead and add in certain parts, like in the very beginning or at certain points in the middle of the video, a quick audio note comment, so the video itself will stop. And I can give a prompt to the students to think about something we've done in class or make connections to themselves, and then continue on. I can also do that by adding quizzes or comments and links out to other resources to elaborate if I feel like there needs to be any help in that sense. And then we go ahead and share out like this. So let me show you. I've got that cropping piece. I'm going to set the stage by adding an audio note for the very beginning of this. I think setting the purpose for the viewing is going to be important. So I'm in Chrome, and I needed to be able to click allow to let my microphone work, but I'm just go ahead and click this and I can start the recording of it. So let me try that. So it's important for you to think about the myth of the average and making a connection to your own experiences in the classroom as you watch this 12-minute video. I hit stop, and you'll notice there's this new audio recording that's mine laid over above before this video starts. I have this nice opportunity to remove that last note or all the notes that are here, or I can go ahead and trash it, and I can click here to view it, to listen to it before I move on. Again, I can add audio notes as I go in different parts of the video, so I can show you that too, but let's get this video started and we can mark it up with other things.
to the TEDx Sonoma County stage, Todd Rose.
So we'll pay attention to what he's doing here just in the beginning of this video, and then I'll pause.
It's 1952, and the Air Force has a problem. They've got good pilots flying better planes, but they're getting worse results, and they don't know why. And for a while, they blame the pilots. They even blame the technology. They eventually got around to blaming the flight instructors. But it turned out that the problem was actually with the cockpit. Let me explain. Imagine you're a fighter pilot.
So I'm going to pause right here because I might want the viewer to think a little bit about why he's setting up this analogy. So I can go on over here with this question point, and I'm going to click on that. So I clicked on adding the quiz button, and you'll notice I've got this icon down here so I can go ahead and add some things. Just like with the cropping, there's an embedded tutorial if you need to know how to do that, so that's really helpful in this program. But if I go ahead and click on the question, you'll notice I've got a box over here now, so I can add some text, and then some other things, a little editor bar here. I can ask an open-ended question. I could go ahead and ask a multiple choice question and continue to add more, not just these one or two. Or I can just put in a comment here. I'm going to go ahead and ask an open question, and when I ask a question like that instead of just a comment, my expectation is that the students will respond in kind, so they will write back, whereas a comment is almost more of a rhetorical question, if you will. So here I go, and the question might be, how do you think this analogy relates to school and teaching and learning? Again, I've got this text here that I can do certain things with, but one of the things that I find really powerful too is I can go ahead and insert a link or an image if I want. If I'm asking a question where I think that the students might need more information or to elaborate upon before they come back to the video, I can certainly add that there too. I'm going to just hit done so you can see how that is going to add itself here. And again, down below, I've got the voice recording that I made, and then I've added an image like that. I go ahead and continue, and the video will play, and I can continue to add more things to it. Let's just do that one more time here.
You're operating a machine that in some cases can travel faster than the speed of sound, and where issues between success and failure, sometimes life and death, can be measured in split seconds. If you're a fighter pilot, you know that your performance depends fundamentally on the fit between you and your cockpit.
So the fundamental fit is so important, and again, if it's analogous to teaching, I'm interested in that. So I can go ahead and add another question here. I don't want to overdo it by interrupting too many times, and there we go, because I've clicked on the icon down here, I've got this editing box, and I can, like I said, add the test. Just wanted you to see here that inserting an image or a link is pretty straightforward. So if I had some other pictures that I wanted to show to elaborate on that, I would go ahead and insert the links that I have to them there. I think you get how that part works too, so I can continue to mark this up as I go. And then when I'm done and I'm ready to move on, I'll just get rid of that here. I have different options of being done and sharing this out. So let's go ahead and click on that. Just is asking me to potentially tag it to organize it for all of my others, and it gives me this title that I can change. But I'm going to just go ahead and save and exit that so you can see. And then what's happening is I can create these videos without having to have classes or assigning the video to a class, because they can certainly be standalone. But I also can create classes, and then I can go ahead and assign the video out to certain classes by sort of checking that. And it's the only class I have in here now, so that ends up being my only option, and I can hit save the assignment, so it's going to go stack up in those assignments for that class. Again, I can go back to my content here, my classes. I've got a class code so that I can enroll students into my class. And you can imagine why that might be important. Like I told you, I was going to go back to the main screen of EdPuzzle about why you might want to use this now that you've seen it. What I didn't point out here is that I can embed not only the quizzes in the videos that I've made, but I can also take the entire video and embed it into a learning management system or a blog or a website that I have for the classes. So again, it's that standalone. But if I decide that I am interested in creating a class with them, they'll have the students' names here, and when the students have not only watched but then also taken the quizzes or responded to my open prompts, then I get a chance to see their feedback. It gives me a window into how they're engaging with the video. I can check the class progress as I go. Students can check their own progress as they work towards that, the completion of that as well, which I think is wonderful. And now here's the big bang for the buck, because there's so much about this that is intriguing to me in terms of flipped classroom and differentiating for kids. Also, personalizing certain videos and getting embedded formative feedback about thinking as students engage with the resources. But notice that there's this project-based learning section that they're trying to encourage us to think about. It actually lets your students learn by doing. It enables your students to take a video that they've either made, just like I just did, or upload a video, and then mark it up the way I did. So if I'm back in my EdPuzzle account, and I go ahead to my content, and remember there was the create for the new video or upload video. If I hit new project, notice how they're talking to basically students. I love this part. So the new project can be project-based learning focus that they're working on. Hey students, find a video and synthesize the last lesson we explained in class. That's an interesting prompt. Or teach a lesson to the class, or teach a lesson to a certain number of kids in the class, or a group like that. So I love this feature about EdPuzzle. I'm going to go back one more time to searching for content, just so again you can see that. I go ahead to new video, all of those opportunities to be able to find the videos that are out there to use. And so I encourage you and challenge you to think about how you could use this in your classroom. One quick example before I say goodbye is a math teacher had grabbed a number of Khan Academy and other math videos, but she wanted to personalize them for the work for her own students. So she took all the videos she had gathered, and then she prompted and gave her own examples from content that was specific to the class. And she has students watching those, and it gives her incredible amounts of information for each student. Really amazing way to differentiate. Thanks for spending the time watching this video, and good luck.